Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video. Now today's video is going to be a little bit different than the past probably like 10 videos. I haven't really been doing too much gameplay, but today in this video is going to kind of change. Now in the most recent WoW Classic beta, I actually got to play quite a bit. So this video is basically going to be telling sort of what I think about WoW compared to retail and pretty much everything along those lines. There will be no audio apart from like edited music because I was playing basically copyrighted music while I was streaming. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy. So basically I want to start off this video talking about how WoW is so far. Now I've been playing WoW seriously for probably about, I want to say like 2 months, and then about 6 months ago I played quite a bit for about a month straight without stopping. My highest level right now is a 113. I got him up to there with the 110 boost from BFA. But basically I've had a lot of fun with retail. However, questing and stuff like that isn't really rewarding anymore, so I kind of use, that's why my 113 hasn't been to 120 yet. I'm kind of just using him as like a weekly farming type of character, to where I just kind of run lower level raids to get gold and things like that, and usually with a run it gives me around 4,000 gold, which, you know, isn't bad with all the gear and stuff that I get from the raids. Now with that being said, I kind of just wanted to touch base on like the fun slash grind sort of chemistry that goes on with current retail. You know, like early on, if you're playing with friends and stuff like that, it's kind of fun, but yet it kind of, you're most of the time playing alone, just because in retail there's no real reason to play with friends. You can pretty much go from leveling 1 to 20 pretty quick, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But compared to the grind aspect, once you get probably past 60, it becomes sort of like a hassle. Like I'm trying to level my currently level, I think 77 or 78 shaman. It takes me about an hour to 2 hours just to get one level. And basically I have to go all the way to 120 with that sort of chemistry. So, or with that sort of like formula. So it's going to take quite a bit of time, especially for current retail, just to have fun, unless you go with the boost, which then you're wasting about $60. Okay, now let's talk pretty much solely about retail and sort of the aspects that have changed from classic to retail. Now, retail, as I said before, leveling 1 to 20 is pretty quick. Now, usually for me, a new character leveling 1 to 20 takes about 2 hours, give or take maybe 3 hours, depending on what I'm doing. So it really doesn't take that much time at all. The overall feel of retail is, like I said, pretty fun early on, and then once you get to past 60, it gets kind of bothersome and really grindy. It takes quite a bit just to get one level, and then that one level really isn't rewarding. You don't really get gear that's going to be beneficial to you apart from maybe like every 4 to 5 hours of playing. So it's kind of, just think like maybe every 5 levels you'll get a gear piece that's really useful, and then you got to keep going. So you'll just basically keep grinding for gear that's not really beneficial, and you can pretty much get better gear out of raids. So the third point kind of about just retail is it's kind of a lonely game, and you end up playing alone quite a bit. Now, being a lonely game isn't bad, because it can be something that you kind of just play, kind of like a single player game, to where you just play it to fill your time, kind of something maybe off camera if you don't do YouTube and streaming, something in between work or whatever. Whenever you have some spare time, you can kind of log in, do a quest, and hop off. You know, it doesn't really have to take up a whole lot of time, but yet if you don't spend a whole lot of time on it, you're going to be wasting money on your subscription. Because the way that I see it, if it's $15 a month, you should be spending at least 15 hours each month, so that way it makes up for the cost. And you know, a lot of people who would do jobs and stuff like that can't really do that. So with that being said, I'm going to talk about classic now. So the little bit of classic time that I got to play it for about 5 hours, and these are basically the main things that I got to experience. And I thought that Classic was what, or is what, World of Warcraft needs in order to sort of revamp the overall feel and the drive for people to play. Leveling is way more fun. It takes you about an hour to get a level, but it's a lot more rewarding. You understand how to play your character a bit more. You understand kind of how to mesh with other players. Friendship is a big thing in Classic WoW, which is super important. There's a lot of quests that even if you do all the quests in one area, that was something that I tried to do the most, is from starting zone, I made it to about level 9 before I got off that night. I played until about 6 in the morning. So basically each level is rewarding. You get a new gear piece, maybe a new weapon, and it feels super good. And the friendship aspect is super important, like I said before, because there's certain quests that even if you do every quest in a certain zone or establishment, you're not going to be the high enough level for the next quest, and that's where friends come in. You know, a group of 2 or 3, you can basically do quests that are a level or 2 levels above you in order to get to the next zone, or keep questing, keep leveling like you're supposed to, and then you won't have to keep dying over and over again. Personally, myself, I ran into one person that I ended up grouping with for about 3 hours. We had a lot of fun, and he was playing a hunter and I was playing a shaman. So basically I would buff myself, give myself a melee damage buff, and then just kind of go ham melee while he did from range, and then I could heal myself. So I kind of tanked. So that was super beneficial, and it gives you a better understanding of how you want to play your character. Now the third point I want to talk about for Classic is time management. If you're spending a lot of time kind of fucking around and not really doing the quests that you're supposed to be doing, you will sort of get bored very easily. The main thing about Classic was questing until you hit max level, and then you'd be doing raids with a shit ton of other people, or just kind of doing world PvP and stuff like that. So time management is very important. In order to be able to sort of get up to 60 with everyone else, you're going to want to focus on questing and trying to do stuff to give you more XP. And pretty much just kind of wrapping the Classic thing up is the overall feel of it, like I did with retail. It's a very good experience. It's very fun to play alone, but it's even better to play with friends. It's honestly a game that I've been waiting for quite a while, and it's just something that's a very good refresher. I never played Classic while it was out. I tried to play on a Classic private server, didn't really enjoy it, but this is something that I'm going to invest a lot of time into when it comes out in August, I believe it comes out, or October. I'm going to be having quite a bit of fun when I do that, so I hope you guys definitely hop on the Classic train, or even retail if you're not into Classic. I'd love to play WoW with you guys sometime. So if you guys are interested in playing World of Warcraft, go ahead and visit the links down below for VetusGG, as well as my personal Discord. And yeah, I hope to see you guys there. If you guys aren't able to play in the beta, then don't really worry about it. I'll be able to play with you when it releases. So yeah, I am trying to still build VetusGG, so if you guys are interested in joining and kind of helping out in the community, or just playing with us in general, go ahead and definitely visit those links down below. Follow the Twitter as well, because a lot of stuff has been happening over there. Anytime anyone goes live that's in the group for VetusGG, it gets announced on the Twitter, as well as videos and stuff that people post get announced in the Discord server. So if you guys are definitely interested in supporting us and our content creators, definitely check the links out below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.